We're going to start now with another explanation of, I think, the most useful application of Office 365 for teachers, which is Teams, all right? Don't forget to create a team and use it because of all its possibilities and all the video conference system that is there. As you can see, we can have different teams as I have now, all right? But imagine that you have never worked with Teams, then you would only have a white screen here, okay? So what we're going to do first is to join a team or create a team. In this case, we're going to create a team. This would be just to join a team that somebody has invited you, but what we want is to create our own teams, okay? We create a team, we can have a class, personal learning community, teachers, others. I mean, the team doesn't change, but it depends on what kind of team you want to do. For example, this could be interesting for a community of teachers that are working together or other department teachers, for example. But in this case, what I think is interesting is to create a class with your students, okay? So we can have a class. The name can be Test for Fostering Course. Okay, the description is optional, and we go ahead. Okay, we are creating the team, and the first thing that it tells us is that we have to insert the names or the email of our students. In this case, well, we're going to skip this step because we can do it at any time. Okay, so we omit this step, and now we have our beautiful team. All right. And I'm going to show you the possibilities that it has. We can have publications, okay? Everything that you do in this team will appear here. We can have files, okay? We can upload any file that we wish, okay? It's as simple as to have access to your computer and to have different elements that we can have in our computer and to insert them in the team. We have also a block of classroom notes that we can insert here, okay? We can have tasks, for instance, and in this case we have the link to different tasks, for example, including a form, as we have done before, and the explanation of forms can be here, okay? Google Form is the connection directly to a Google Form, okay? Or to the Google Forms that we have created. For example, here we have the Test for Fostering Course that we can include as one of the classroom activities, okay? So this is something that we have already done. We can assign as one of the activities for the team, all right? We can also have notes, okay? And, well, whatever we want to tell them, we can just write some kind of message, okay? And also we can include some other things, okay? We can insert a form, as we have done before, but again, we can insert an Excel, we can insert a library of documents, and whatever we want, okay? And also, for example, we can include a web page, okay? For example, we have this option of web page here, and then we can just include some kind of web page that we think is interesting. For example, ESL video. Imagine that we want our students to know that this is a wonderful way of improving their English level, okay? So then we have this, this link, and we go to the team, and instead of web page, we can have ESL video, okay? And here we have the URL, all right? And we save it. Okay, so any web page that we think is interesting, we can include it here. So this would be some kind of a private environment between your students, for example, for the third course of ESO or the fifth course of primary school, and they can have access to, for example, this web page that I think is quite recommendable. Okay. And imagine that we want to sign our students. How do we do it? We have these three dots here, more options, and from here we can administer a team, to add a channel, to add members, okay? So we click in add a member, and it's as simple as that. If we have the Educafil email, then we can insert here whoever we want, okay? For example, I'm typing some letters for this email, okay? And we can have the different people that have this this kind of email, right? Of course, we know exactly what the type of email our students have. So we just you just type it here and we add it. Okay, I'm not going to do it because then I'm going to include somebody that I don't want in this team, but it's as simple as adding this person to this team. All right, we close it, so we can go one by one. That's another thing. We have to go one by one, student by student, typing different options and adding them. Okay, so if we have the emails, it's copy and paste, and we have the 25 students, for example. Okay. All right, so it's as simple as that to include members to this team. Okay, we can add as many pages as we want. We can have, for example, the access to lyrics training, and these are recommendable resources just for the team, for my team, for my students. Okay, and lyrics training. Go to the web, and this is also, as you know, a very interesting way to learn English. So we have lyrics training, learning English with music, like this, okay? We set it, and we have lyrics training here, so we can have on top of this team, lyrics training, we can have ESL video, whatever. And our students not only learn from the files that I'm uploading, not only from the tasks that I have made them, but also from very interesting resources, very interesting web pages that I can provide them directly. Okay. What is interesting about Teams is the video conference system. The video conference system is the best right now that we can have as educative teachers. How do we start a video conference? As simple as that. If you look here, we have a video camera. Okay, so we can click here, right, and start a video conference. Okay. In this case, I'm going to show you the classroom where I am doing this this tutorial, okay? And I can do both things. I can join now, all right? So I can start a meeting that our students are going to enter in this team and are going to click in the video conference. Or I can program a meeting, as you can see here. Imagine that I want to program a meeting with my students. It can be test for Teams, for example. And it could be, let me see, like the 23rd of June at 10 o'clock, okay? Then I can program this video conference. And as you can see, this is the video conference that I have programmed. So any of my 30 students, 25 students that I have incorporated into this group, I'm going to tell them, can go into Teams. Of course, they have to go to the team that they have been inserted, as we have inserted them from here, from adding members, of course. And when they come to Teams, the first thing they see is this, okay? So they come for test for Teams, and they join the video conference, and we can have a video conference with 25 people, 20 people, whatever, okay? And in this case, this is also quite interesting, because once you are in the video conference, of course, I am alone now, but if I had my students here, I could mute the microphone, I could just tell them to share their screen, if I give them the possibility of being a moderator, things like this, okay? And of course, they will be showing everything I do. For example, I can share my screen. I share my screen from here, okay? So I come from, or I go to my computer, and let me check. I can share, for example, this test for fostering course, or I can share the ESL video that I showed you before, okay? Things like this. And if I want to stop sharing, I stop sharing from here, okay? And I connect the camera again, all right? So it's a very simple thing, very interesting. It also incorporates a chat that I can just send messages, my students can send messages to me, like making questions in the chat or something while I'm talking, while I'm making my exposition, all right? So, and what is the limit of teams? This is also something interesting. The limit of teams is 250 people can be in the same video conference, okay, imagine, all right? It could be for big audiences, and there is no limit in time. Free version for educational teachers, so I really recommend to use Teams and to use the video conference system for your lessons. It's private, only for the team members that you have selected before, okay? All right, so, and I go back to the team again, etc., okay? So, well, anyway, just I can edit the team, I can, well, leave the team, not in this case, or this is also interesting to obtain the link to the team, all right? You can have the link, this is a very long link, but anyway, you can copy it and you can send it to your students in case, for example, well, you tell them you have to go to Teams, maybe they don't know how to go to Teams as a student, no? So you send them this direct link and via email, of course, and they click there. The application tells them what is your Educafil email, what is your password. They complete that and they go directly into this thing. All right? I hope you have enjoyed this tutorial.